sumusunod na programa ay rated SPG. Ito ay nangangailangan ng striktong patnubay at gabay ng magulang dahil sa mga sensitibong tema at eksena na hindi angkop sa mga bata.
This video is for educational purposes only. The video you are about to see is in compliance with our final output in CDI 221 Specialized Crime Investigation and Legal Medicine under the supervision of Sir Orly G. Baril. The story of this video is not based on true events. Any names, characters, places, and events that may be narrated in the scene are unintentional and fictitious only. On June 16, 2023, around 1 p.m., Dracula was having a drinking session with his friends outside their house at Westlake Subdivision, Barangay Deo, Roxas City. One hour and 15 minutes passed when Nina, a mentally retarded street child, roamed the area and was looking for some trash where the group of men were having a drinking spree. Totoi, who is already under the influence of alcohol, saw the roaming street child, and immediately he and his friends invited Ninang to join them in drinking liquor. A few minutes later, Chinky and Berta passed the area and saw Ninang being played by the drunken group of men. They tried to confront them but were harassed and pointed at with a knife by Bugoy, resulting in their leaving the area out of fear for their lives. Totoi grabbed the hand of Nina, who is already under influence by alcohol, to go to the grassy area in front of the house of Dracula to have a carnal knowledge with them. Ninang tried to resist but was not strong enough against the group of men. Totoi, accompanied by Wag-Wag and Dracula, pushed her and successfully had a carnal knowledge with her. After Totoi, Dracula tried to replace him, but Ninang found an opportunity to resist and slap him in the face, which triggered Dracula to stab her twice in her left stomach part of the body. His friends saw the incident, and out of fear, they immediately left to escape from the area. Dracula then realized the crime he had committed and sat near the victim. A few minutes later, Berta, while heading to their home, saw the lying, bloody body of Ninang near the suspect, Dracula. She then shouted for help, and neighbors started to go to the crime scene. Nonoi, one of the responding neighbors, then called the police hotline for immediate action and response. After the police received the call reporting the incident, they immediately sent first responders to conduct a preliminary investigation at the crime scene. Upon the arrival of the first responders on the crime scene, they immediately checked the victim for any signs of life, as they are mandated to save and preserve life by giving first aid measures to the injured and their medical evacuation as necessary. The first responders secured and preserved the crime scene by cordoning off the area to prevent unauthorized entry. The first responder made the initial assessment of whether a crime had actually been committed. After cordoning off the area, the team leader called the investigator on the case. Upon the arrival of the IOC, the first responder briefed, oriented, and turned over the crime scene to the duty investigator. The investigator on the case assumed full responsibility for the crime scene and conducted a thorough assessment of the scene and inquiry into the incident. Based on the assessment, if the IOC determined that a SOCO team was required, he then called or reported the matter and requested the assistance of SOCO. Upon the arrival of the SOCO team, the investigator will brief them on the case and orient them with the initial information gathered. The SOCO team then conducts the scene of the crime operations, which include a narrative description of the crime scene, photography, videography, a crime scene search, a crime scene sketch, a crime scene location sketch, physical evidence recording and collection, and other procedures necessary. After the termination of the SOCO team leader turned over the gathered evidence to the evidence custodian. Upon receiving the evidence custodian records all collected evidence and undertakes its packaging and preservation. After which, the evidence custodian coordinates the transmittal of evidence to the concerned office for appropriate forensic laboratory examination. After which, the evidence custodian coordinates the transmittal of evidence to the concerned office for appropriate forensic laboratory examination. Upon receiving the evidence from the evidence custodian, the forensic specialist conducts the necessary examinations to support the investigation process.